Okay everyone, welcome to the second part of this video. Today we're going to be creating a very dynamic dashboard with you. Okay, here is a full dashboard we are trying to recreate and actually get something very unique for you guys. I believe you must have seen the first video. So if you've not watched the first video, please go ahead and take a look at the first video and actually make sure you watch before you come back to this. Okay, let us understand something right here. It says, is the Earth's motif clear within 10 seconds? Now we are helping the company that runs art to make decisions with their data, with their historical data. And how could we understand this? Watch the first video, you get what I'm trying to do right here. If I go to the data dictionary right now, we can now see what we have right here and all of that. Now on this column you can see what we have right here. It says shows products quickly. So we have, they just show the product quickly, so you can see it on your screen what we are really talking about right here and all of that. So we can go ahead and see how we can actually get to make the company understand what it is that they should do in the next ad. To have that created, you can click anywhere in your data part right here and actually go ahead and insert a new pivot table. And we just want to use the existing sheet because we already have an existing sheet open, so we can actually go ahead and use this. I'm gonna actually have to paste this also, it's kind of like let it be here, and there we go, right? So after having this, what can we do next? Let's see what it is. So now we can see all the columns we have right there, so we can see what it is. So now this is a column we are very much concerned about. So it says shows product quickly. I'm gonna have to drag this all the way down to this particular aspect, and right now I just have to drag it for the second time. I'm gonna have it right here. So why do I have it right here? Because I just want to get a count of it, right? Okay, now we can now see we have the count of it. So we have false and we have true. So if you could remember vividly, what we did right here was something like in the first video we said when something is true, which means like right now right here is that the false is actually telling us that the product was not shown or the brand name was not shown quickly when the ad was running. So let me go and show you what I'm talking about. You will definitely understand better as we start to create this from scratch. Okay, here we are on this dashboard environment right here. If you look at this right now, it says, is the Earth's motif clear within 10 seconds? This one says no, that is 2.5% of the commercial native display brand name now product on the screen within 10 seconds. And if we change it to yes, the information changes again and it gives us how many view and how many television view we have. So we're going to be using this particular data we had just you use pivot table and to make this kind of decision for the company. So let's see how to do that. Okay, right now we need to scroll down to get a YouTube view and the television view right for it. So here is our YouTube view and here is our TV view. Remember, those views we have on the TV view is actually in millions. I'm gonna show you how to actually make a distinction with this. So what we can quickly do right now is just to come right and actually make this one some kind of number, like come right here. You can come quickly on home and here we have the comma separator right on it and remove the extra decimal we have right on it. So something like this will be very cool for us, but right now we just have to turn this into a percentage, right? That is exactly what it is. So percentage of grand total is what we need to use, and quickly we just want to make sure we highlight and actually remove extra decimal out of it. So now we just want to leave it on just one single decimal point. After doing this, we are not done yet from here. So what we can do, we can go back to a dashboard and quickly we can go to the top level right here and hit on developer, and from developer we can see this insert, go to this particular aspect and pick this particular option body. So I'm going to actually click on it. I'm going to have it dropped right here, and what we can do right now quickly, we just have to change what we have in here. So I'm going to have my years, and once I've done that, I'm going to actually have to make it a little bit smaller. Right now you can see what we have right on the screen, so we can actually go ahead and actually move it somewhere around here for the first time. I'm gonna have to duplicate this. Once I have it duplicated, I'm gonna move this one right here as well, and I'm gonna type in here minor. So we get it. So now this is what it is that we have. So I'm gonna click right on this one so that I can activate it right now. So I'm gonna actually go back right here. Before then, I'm gonna have to right click on this. Okay, go to form control, and there we go. We have to link this to somewhere around here, and I want to link it somewhere here, have it linked there. So I'm gonna click on OK, and there we go. So if I go back right now, I have one because that is exactly what is being selected. So we can now make sense with what we have right now. So quickly I want to come right here and type in my results. So I'm going to say results, and under that result, what I'm going to have right here is this. I'm going to actually go and I'm going to use my if condition to have the results some kind of like, Okay, now let's see. I'm going to use my equal to. I'm going to use if condition. I'm going to say if this particular number right here is equal to 1, I want you to actually okay, I want you to give me no. So I want you to give me no. And remember, Excel does not understand just no. If you start typing right now, it's going to give you formulas, right? So in order to do that, you just have to use the double quotation or inverted comma whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to type in no right here. I'm going to have it closed. And secondly, if it is not, I just want you to give me years. So that is exactly what it is. So right now, we've just gotten this. I'm going to have it closed and hit enter right now. If I change this to 2, it's going to give me my years. Remember. So now we want to see what is being selected or selected. We're going to use the same if condition again. I'm going to say if this number right here is equal to 1, so I want you to give me something from here that is false. If it is 1, is false, and if it is not, you just have to pick something from here. Right now we have it, so it's taken from true because it is here. So now this is not going to help us to do anything, but I just want to make you understand what we are doing right here. Okay, quickly I just want to go right and actually double click on this, and I'm going to say okay. I just typed in add frequency right here, the percentage of add frequency, how many of the ads were actually extrinsic. So I'm going to actually highlight this, right? Control H will just help me to bring this up, and quickly I'm going to type in my sum of, and I'm going to have to represent that with nothing. So right now it has gotten that off for us, just for me to have a very short header. Now after what I've gotten that right now, I'm just going to come right here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come down to this particular aspect here. I'm going to have it pasted, right? So once I have it right here right now, it is time for me to get something very much more interested. So remember, what you're trying to do is to switch between, this particular two right here. So we're going to be using our if condition, write it once and actually, get it some kind of replicated for all this. I'm going to type in my equal to right here. I'm going to say if this particular one right here, if this one here is equal to 1. So if it is equal to 1 right now, guess what it's going to give to us? So if it is equal to 1, which means what is being selected is actually, false. So if it is equal to 1, I want you to actually pick something from here for me. And if it is not, you just have to pick something from here. And I'm going to have it closed and hit enter. Right now we have this, so we just have to quickly control 1 and have the percentage being changed. Okay, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to just use 1 decimal point. I'm going to hit enter, and there we have it. So it's picking something from here because it is true, and true is always yes, as you can see it right here. I hope you get what is going on right now. So what I'm going to do right now is just to highlight this. I'm going to have it copied to actually make sure I have something very snappy. I'm going to have to paste them right here. I'm going to double click on this one right now. What I'm going to do is just for me to move this away down to this particular aspect right here. I'm going to have to do that. So I'm going to hit my enter key, and I'm going to come right here. Just make sure you have it highlighted. So once you have this cross, you just have to move it and actually accordingly move it down to this particular aspect here. I'm going to hit my enter key, and there we go. We have everything we really wanted. So right now it's time for me to actually come right here, highlight them together, and actually go control 1. You can do that and go right here and actually move extra decimal off it and put a separator right on it, and here we go nicely. So save your work and continue doing the good work. So right now, if we change this to 1, it's going to actually help us to change what we have right now. This is something very dynamic. Okay, now if we go back to a dashboard right now, we can see how do we populate this and how do we make it some kind of very unique to be read. Okay, before that, we have to actually make a statement right here. I'm going to type in my statement. Okay, statement right here. So we just have to come right here and actually make something that is going to make it very clear to be read. Okay, on that statement right here, I'm going to type equal to. I'm going to still use the same if condition as well. So I'm going to say if this particular number right here is equal to 1. So what I need to do to give to me right now, I want it to actually say, okay, if it is equal to 1, I want to give me this. So this is what it is. So don't worry, when we start to actually get things done, you will see what it is. And if it is not, what are you going to give to me? You have to give me this as well. Remember, we have to close the double quotation right here. So I'm going to put my comma, open that double quotation, and have this pasted, and have this closed, then close this and hit enter key. And this is what we have right now. So it's giving us false because we have something very weird right now. So how do we actually go ahead and actually fix this? It's very simple and easy. So I believe you know what the problem is all about right now. I'm going to double click it. So what we wanted to actually do right here is that if this number is equal to 1, so we've not actually given it that particular one. So we went ahead and actually gave it the condition that follows, right? So what do? We just have to put the 1 right here and hit the comma key, and that is exactly what it is. So if we go ahead and hit enter right now, everything would definitely work fine. So there we go, we have it. So in case you don't know what is going on right here yet, don't worry, you're gonna have to understand everything as soon as we are done creating this particular part. Okay, going back to the dashboard environment, right now we have to set our visualization for the end user to be able to read through what we have. Okay, let us quickly rearrange what we have right here. I'm going to actually click on this, have this click done. I'm going to have to move this right here. So it is something you can do on your own. It's very simple and easy. So quickly, I'm just going to click on this and have this click done at the same time. I'm going to have to drag this to the top level right here. And after I might have done with that, I'm going to actually have to get details right here. I'm going to have my details right here and all that. So I'm going to have to move this particular little stuff here, hold my control. If I see the plus sign, I'm gonna have to move this right here right now. So once I have it moved right there, I'm gonna go to the top level. So we just want to go on full screen, go to the top level right now and see what I'm gonna do. So we just have to increase the weight. We want to increase the weight right here. Is it right here? So the weight is what we're gonna increase. I'm gonna have to increase the weight down to this particular end until I'm saturated. So I'm cool with this right now. So it is time for me to actually get this right all the way down to this particular aspect right here. And once I've gotten this right, I'm gonna put my equal to right in. I'm gonna go back right here. I'm gonna pick up this right on it. So once I have this picked, I'm gonna change the formatting right now. So before then, what I'm gonna do is just for me to actually bring this right back on this particular aspect again. And once I've done that, I'm gonna go back to my analysis part right here. I want to pick this percentage right on this. So once I've done that, I'm gonna actually have to get this down. And quickly, I want to expand it out right to this particular aspect here. I want to have it opened a little bit. So once I've done that, what else am I going to pick up right now? I'm going to come to this particular aspect. I'm going to pick the statement I have for it. So it's a caption. So we have it right on this. So quickly, we have done something very, very interesting. So let us see how we can actually get the formatting done rightly. Let us go ahead and change the font for this particular one that says no. We're going to use some kind of very unique font for it. So I have this particular Comic Sans MS right for it. And I'm going to put it right on 14. I think I'm cool with it. So on 14, I love it. So you can see how beautiful it is right now. Okay, for the percentage, we have something to be done. I'm going to actually have to double this right here. And once I have it doubled, I'm going to actually have to make this one very smaller. Something like this will be cool. I'm going to move it down to this particular aspect right here. So I want to have it right to this particular aspect. So before then, what I want to do right now is to actually format the percentage to something like, I'm going to come right here, I'm going to put it right on 24. I'm going to have to change the color to something like this as well. And this is what we have, right? So we just have to make sure we expand it out and see how we have it. So we want to go to the top level right here. I'm going to make sure I have it in the middle and all of that. So once we have it centralized, so it is time for we to actually get things done rightly. I'm going to move this away a little bit right now. I'm going to actually have to concentrate on this. I'm going to have to expand it and make it some kind of a little bit bigger. I want to have it right here. So once I have it right here, what I'm going to do right now is just to actually Control 1 and have it changed to what I really want to have. So now when I come right to this particular aspect, I just want to have it changed to something like this. And let's go and see what it is that we have right now. So this is what we have. So now I just want to make sure I get it down a little bit. So no, it's too much. So now we have something like this. I'm gonna have to close it. I want to have it duplicated. I'm gonna have the duplicates right here temporarily because I'm gonna be needing that in a jiffy. So now I'm gonna have to move this right here, but it's going behind it, so I don't want it to go behind it. So what we can do, quickly right click and say bring to front, and that is exactly what it is. I'm gonna have to bring this right here right now. I'm not too cool with what I have, so I just have to go back to the top level right here. I'm gonna click on bold and have it bold, and let's see what it is we have on the full screen. And this is what we have right now. So if I go ahead and choose no and all of that, you can see what we have right now is actually this. So right now, what are we supposed to do? So on this particular no right here, we just have to go ahead and edit it because we are given the wrong information. So we just have to put our yes right here, and now we have to come right here quickly and change it to no. So it depends on how we actually set it up before now. So here is going to be our no. So this is what it is. So now it's going to correspond to what we have right here right now. Can you see that right now? It's very cool and it's working so fine. So now the next thing is for we to actually have this formatted pretty nice. So very simple. Go to the top left right here and actually come to this particular part. I want to go and actually change this one to something like area. So go right here. I want to make this one 10.5. And I'm going to come right here. I'm going to go down and select this for it. And here we go. Nicely, we have something like this. So we just have to work with this I'll make it this, and here we go nicely. So what we can do right now is to get the other part of it right here, and we'll be fine to go to the next level. Okay, to make it very snappy, I just have this one copied from the previous work, so I'm just going to have it pasted right in here right now. After I've done that, so for me to create something very snappy, I want to actually make sure I have this highlighted and all that, so I'm going to have to drag this down a little bit. So once I have it dragged down, that is cool. We just have to click on this right here and go to the top level. So we just have to come right here and put on our equal to and come down to analysis, and now we have to go to where we have YouTube view, and that is exactly what it is. So right now we just have to go ahead and do that for the same this one right here, and go to the top like equal to. So now we have them both. We can highlight them and go to the top level right here and make sure we centralize both of them. And I want to come right here and select the same area. I love that, and I want to go right and pick something like this for it, and this is what it is right now. So we have to go into another segment because right now we have actually made a very good decision with this right now. That is beautiful. I love it. So now what else do we have to do? Okay, next is the one we have right here, which says on the commercial, did they feature an animal or real computer generated wherever. So let's see and how we can actually get to do that. Okay, right now if you go to your data dictionary, this is where we have that right now, animals. So we can go through, you can see on your screen what we have right here. So we just have to make sure the company knows what it is that they are actually getting into, if they should use animal or generated computer or real animal in their next ad whatsoever. So let us quickly go back to the one we are actually running right now. So here we go, we have it right here. We can go back to this, and instead of we to actually create this over and over again, what are we supposed to do? We just have to copy this right here, have it pasted right in here, and once we are done with that, we just can actually go ahead and change the column. That is exactly what we need to do, right? So go right and actually remove this away from here quickly, have it removed, and bring up where we have the animal aspect right here right now. So now let me show you something you need to know. I just don't want to use this particular YouTube view and this particular TV view right here as well. So now thinking about like this one is going to give you some kind of wrong calculation or wrong percentage. No, it's not going to happen. So which means any column right here can be defaulted into percentage, and it's going to work so well. So we are just done with what we really want to have right now. So which means this one is going to be some kind of no, while this one is going to be some kind of true, all that. So make it like this so that if you're picking it up, you understand what is going to happen, right? So now here we go. So what are we supposed to do right now? We just have to quickly go back to a dashboard environment and have something created. I have every icons you need to use to have this particular dashboard created for you. All the icons I've used, I have it in the projects file for you guys. So now we are done from here. We just have to go right and pick for where we have used animal, and the used animal is going to be where we have years. I hope you know that. So go right here and pick it up. So we just have to go to the top level right here, and the years is the true aspect of it, right? I'm gonna pick up this, like go back, and here we go. Okay, right now we've just gotten this completed. That is nice. We can actually make it bold and come right here and actually go ahead and select this particular font, which I love so much, and we have this used and all of that. So quickly, this is what we really want to use, and you can actually make sure you centralize it to make your analysis look very pretty nice. So I have created a mini card right here. So if we go to the top level right now, we can check the dimension in case you want to have the same card created. So now here we go. We have them like 2.09 and 1.2 is the dimension of this particular card, both the height and the weight. So you can go ahead and create something just like this as well. Okay, on that card right now, what we need to have is the total, length of the ads we had run over time. So, and again, what we need to have right here, again, you can drag any column right there, and you have to define that column to count, and already automatically it defaulted to count on its own. So right now what we have just done is actually, right, I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to say total record. So total record is what we have. So this is our ad length. So we just have to get this one removed. So ads lines, right? So now here we go. So we want to show that. So every single time we have more records coming in, it's going to actually have to, add itself up and upgrade and actually have itself reflected on our dashboard. So remember, everything we have right here, it's very simple. It's just for you to type in out, like here we have the length. So we just have to type right here, and there you go. You have everything you really wanted. So right now I can actually go ahead and actually get this double down. I'm going to have it right here. I'm going to have to open it up a little bit because we're going to be having some kind of figures right in here. And now we're gonna go ahead and pick it up on like go and total length. So we just have to pick the total length right here. We go, and here we have it. So we just have to go have this copied. Instead of you doing that again, we can actually have this pasted right here and change from 4 to 5, I presume. No, instead we're gonna say this one is gonna be U4, so it's gonna be U4, and once I hit enter, I'm gonna have that. So U4, we just have to remove the T away from here, and now here we have it correctly. So in case you don't understand what I've done right here, if I go back, so now here is sitting on U and here is sitting on the T aspect, and that is exactly what we have done. So it is time for you to just get it formatted, and nicely we are good to go. So now go to the top level right here. I'm gonna come right here and use this one to be some kind of 28. So here we go, 28, and I'm gonna go right here and change the font to something like this, the color. So we're gonna go right here and I'm gonna go right and use something like 38 for it, and 36. Here we go. We just have to increase this to 30. Okay, let us leave it on 36 right here. I'm gonna use the same thing. I'm gonna have to make this bolder than the other one, and this is what we have, right? So nicely we have something like this. I'm gonna move this right to this particular aspect here. Once I have it moved in, so what I'm gonna do right now is just for me to actually, you know, increase the height the width, right? So once I have it increased, what I'm gonna do quickly is just from to Control 1. So, and after that Control 1, what I'm gonna do right now is this. So let us see what it is that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go down, scroll all the way down. So once I've scrolled all the way down, I'm gonna have to pick this. I'm gonna have to get this used. I want to come right here. I'm gonna have this used as well. So it's gonna create something just as beautiful as what I have right now and all that. So I love it. So now this is cool. So you can actually check and see how you can actually make your dashboard more beautiful and looks kind of appealing to be read. So now we just have to put our double quotation. Sorry, our invited comma. Sorry, is it invited comma? I'm talking about this comma separator right on it. So we just have to go to number, and here we go. We just have to make sure we get it, and that is what it is. So if we go back to a dashboard right now, it gives us what we really want to have and all of that. So we just have to go ahead and open it up and actually make it some kind of sitting rightly at this particular part right here. Okay, right now we have those two cards right here. It's the same color we have right on this, so I don't have to create this over and over again and show you how to do it. All I need to do is right now just to show you the, you know, the height and the width. So the height is 209 by 269. That is the height of both cards. They are the same height, and now it is time for we to get to see what analysis we want to have right here. Alright. Here we go. I'm gonna have this right here. It's something you can do. Just type it out and see. It's gonna help us to understand what it is that we have right here. On the first one, it says on the commercial, the dev feature is celebrity. Was there any celebrity seen on the commercial? All that. Okay, fine. Let me just take you to a particular place. You would have to understand what's going to write right now. If you want to understand everything right here, you just have to, if you are a student already and you have this particular full template downloaded, you can click on this particular aspect. It's going to take you to the YouTube channel that actually this company used to run their ads and get, you know, viewers and sales and all of that. You get the understanding better on what you're doing. This is some kind of non-financial dashboard or data set we are using to actually create this right now. It's always good to actually have something like this created in case you work for somebody who is not actually in the sales range of, you know, wherever. Okay, let's go back to where we are from. So I'm gonna go back right here, and here we go. So it's asking on the commercial, the dev feature, a celebrity. So we just have to quickly go back to our data dictionary right here and see the column where they talked about celebrity. And here we go. We have the date feature celebrity. If you saw a celebrity or recognize and all of that. So now read the screen and you see what it is that we have right here, and let's see how we can actually get to set that up and all of that. So it's all about, you might know what to do, but how do you present that is always the key that you need to actually grab whatsoever. So right now quickly I just want to go right here. I'm gonna have this one copied. I'm gonna have to drop this right now, and once I've done that, I'm gonna have to remove, okay, there is no any other column to be removed. I can actually get this count right here, a little bit there. We just want to use the count. Okay, right now I want to go to celebrity aspect right here. I'm going to drag it all the way down and I have it. So now here we go. We have the true and false, and here is always yours, and here is always our no. So here we go. Oh, sorry, here is our no rather. So here is our no, and here is our years writing. So this is what it is. So we just have to make sure we turn this into what? We're going to turn this into percentage of grand total. So we go right on it, and quickly Control 1 will help us to get this up, and we just want to say just one single decimal point and all of that. So we just have to make sure we get it for the second one. Is easy, we don't have to do that over and over again. Just copy it and have it right here. Okay, I have to get this no and yes off here. I'm gonna click back on it. I want to bring my YouTube view, TV view and YouTube view right on it. I'm gonna bring this particular YouTube view as well. And remember, it's actually supposed to be on percentage, so we just have to click right here and go all the way down to this particular aspect here where we have no calculation right on. So that is actually not going to work, so we just have to quickly go to the top left right here and use our comma separator. And here we go, we have the right figure we want to use for it. So right now we can type in our no and our years right here, and quickly we just have to come right here. I'm going to type in my no and my years as well. So we just have to do something different right in here. I'm going to have to make a reference to no, and my no is always my false, and my years, as you know, is always my true, right? That is beautiful. Right now I want to create a little chart for it, so I'm just going to go right here 100%. You know what it is that I'm trying to do right now. I'm going to subtract that from this. I'm going to have this huge scary number. Don't worry, it's not going to scare nobody. I'm going to have to Control 1. I'm going to have to reduce this just 0, and I is all we need to have, right? So quickly I can just highlight this both. I'm going to go to the top level right here. I want to go to insert, and from insert I'm going to have this. I'm going to click on this, and here we go, we have our false chart created. I'm going to go right here and have this removed. I'm going to get this off as well. I want to have this minimized as little as what I have right now, and once I've done this, I'm going to have it cut away from here. I'm going to go to my dashboard environment, have it pasted right. So now we have it. So I'm just going to have to come right here and have it formatted the way I really wanted it to be. So have it on the zoom so that we can see it right. I'm going to have to say no and no border as well, and there we go. We just have to make sure we treat it nicely. Okay, right now here is what we have. For now we have this right here. I want to come right to this particular aspect. Make sure you go to this particular feature down below and say no border for this whole chart. And now for this chart right here, I want to double click on this one. I just want to come right here and have a color for it, and I want to have this particular color for that, right? So once we have it, I'm going to come right here and have this one click down until we have the color reflected right in here. I'm going to go right to this particular third one here. I want to have it to change to this particular color. So once we have this, so here is our no, right? Don't worry, you understand what I'm doing in a jiffy. Okay, let's go back and see what it is I'm going to do. Okay, before we move further, please keep every single thing you're doing very clean. As you can see right now, whoever actually inherited this particular report or dashboard whatsoever will definitely know what is going on our back end. Here is one we have finished, but on the one we're actually creating right now, I'm just showing you some kind of illustration of what to do. So if you already my student and you have the full dashboard downloaded, you will definitely understand what's going on, because I always love to make my back end very, very clean and some stuff like that. I just want to be accurate, so I'm gonna have to highlight the chart alone right here. So once the chart is on highlight, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to change the height and the weight for it, because I want to have to create 2 of this particular chart. It's going to be some kind of 0.84, and the weight is going to be some kind of 1.23 and all that. So we have something like this. So we have just gotten something like this created. So what I'm going to do right now is just for me to come right here and have this to the top level. I'm going to move it to the top just like this. I'm going to have it duplicated this time around. Just want to have this one right here. I'm going to have this one closed for now. I'm going to have this right here, right? Okay, we have something like this. So I want to make sure we have them equally. I want to go to the top level and go right here. I'm going to go right to this particular align. I'm going to say align top. And quickly we have something just like this. So after having this, what I'm going to do right now is right click on this and go to select data, and here we go. The first one was no, and the second one is going to be our years. I'm going to have to click on OK, and there we have it. So we have it some kind of distorted a little bit, right? So double click on it and quickly go ahead and actually fix what we have right here. I'm going to fix it to this particular color. I'm going to come, oh sorry, I never really. So now we have to make sure the color we want to actually have to change appeared right in here, and to do that just have to come right here and actually click it until have it. So now we have it. I'm going to come right here and change it to this particular part right here. I want to come for the second one. I want to have the color change to the same color we have on the previous one. I want to go quickly right beneath this. I'm going to have this particular color selected, and there we have it rightly. So now we have something just like this. Beautiful. Okay, next is what is what we have right here. Right now I'm going to drag this a little bit. Don't get confused. What we have is very simple and easy. So now we have to get our information right in here, and before then I would love to actually start by giving more information about my chart right here. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller. So now something like this will be cool for me. I'm going to put my equal to right here because I'm going for years. I'm going to go ahead and pick for years, right? So the percentage for years is this. Here we go. And that is exactly what it is, right? I think I'm going to go ahead and actually have this duplicated. I'm bringing my percentage for no. I'm going to go right here. Percentage for no is going to be this. Be sure of where we are. And here we go. Percentage for no is actually this one here. So we have something very weird right now. Let's just see. Okay, we just have something like this. I'm gonna have to clear this out. Here we go. We have it rightly. So going back right now, I don't want the extra decimal points. I'm gonna go ahead and get it removed. I'm gonna have it removed because I don't have much space to contain that. So go back here, and there we go. We have something like this. So we have to actually click on this and actually have to expand it a little bit to fit into what we want. And once we have done that, we just have to go ahead and actually get this particular formatted. I'm gonna go right here, and here, you know my favorite font, right? And that is this right here. I can actually go ahead and bold it, and there we have something like this rightly. Okay, now it's time for us to get the information we want to have right here, and I believe you know what it is. It's very simple and all of that. So right now, let's see what it is that we have right here before we go ahead and do any other thing. So right now it says no featured celebrity, which means 75% of the ad the company ran in the past there was no celebrity in it, and only just 29% that has celebrity. And it's going to respond to filter because it's a very interactive dashboard, sorry, Excel dashboard. Okay, let's see what I'm trying to say right now. I'm going to just have to click on this one right here, and once I've done that, I'm going to come to this particular aspect here. I'm going to put my equal to right in, and quickly I just want to go right here, and just for YouTube view, right on it, I'm going to go for YouTube view. For no, is going to be this right here. I'm going to have to go, okay, and YouTube view for years is going to be this one right here. You have to go ahead and actually say equal to, and we just have to locate where we have years for YouTube view, and for YouTube view for years, here we go. We just have to click on OK, and there we have it. So we have to do the same thing for television views and all of that. Okay, here they are. Just have them highlighted and go to the top left right here, and have just to go and change the font to our favorite font. Here we go, area 11, and I want to go quickly right here and change it to something like this color, right? So now here we go, we have it. So quickly we just got something created like this. So in case my formatting is a little bit weird compared to what we have in the finished one, there is a little mistake right here, so we need to have to correct that right now. So here is some kind of 71%. So what we need to do right now is just for we to some kind of like go right here and actually amend that. So what we can do right now is to just make sure we have this one changed. I have put that on highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up, go right here and change the color to this. And the next one we're gonna do right now is this particular color right here already. So we just have to go ahead and have this one changed to the this particular color. So we've just made up for that, and this is exactly what it is that we have to do. Okay, that's exactly what it is. So now I have to come right here and actually click on it and just double click on it. So I'm gonna have this up already. I'm gonna have to click back and come right here and click right on it again. I will definitely come back right here and go down below, go to the border area and have this one turned off. So let's just go back and see what it is. So right now we have them to be some kind of equal, and that is exactly what it is. All right, let's go to the next one right here. Okay, on this one right here, it says on the commercial, was there any violence? Like, was there some kind of image that depicts violence whatsoever? So we have to check the data dictionary and see what it is that they want from us. So now we see danger, right? Now under the danger aspect, read through what we have on our screen. Did it involve danger? Did it see any violence? Did we see any violence or whatsoever? So we actually use this particular, what we have on our screen to actually help the company to like, okay, the next ad have some violence. It's gonna be looking good and people are gonna buy your products, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying. Quickly, what are we supposed to do? It's very simple and easy. I don't have to say this over and over again. I'm gonna have it copied away from here and change it. Copied. And we just have to go to where we're going to have it pasted I'm gonna have it pasted right there. So we have to scroll through where we have everything right in, and quickly we just have to change something. And what I'm gonna change right now is gonna be this one here. I'm gonna actually have to change celebrity. Away from here, I'm gonna bring in my danger. Oh, don't worry, you're gonna be like, what the heck are you doing? We have danger used already before now. We just have the danger right here to actually make sure we turn it into percentage of like count whatsoever. But right now we're gonna have the danger on our dimension area right here, and there we go. We have something like this. Beautiful, right? Quickly, we just have to make sure we go ahead and actually get it some kind of duplicated again. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm doing this for the second time. I'm gonna have to bring this right here. Control C. I'm gonna have to paste this right in here, and quickly I'm gonna have to go right and have this removed. I'm gonna have this removed, and there we go. I want to create my chart from this particular part we have right now, and I'm gonna go right here, and we just have to go here. And okay, forgive me for that. I'm gonna actually have to Control Z and have it right, and I'm gonna come right. I'm gonna type in my no and my yes. So quickly we have to make a reference to this particular part right here. So we just have to scroll this down. So the reason why I have this right now is because I want to show the, this label or title, I don't know, the label, right? Okay, we just have to go right here and choose this for our chart. I'm going to be good at this. Okay, I'm gonna have this removed, and I'm gonna have this axis removed as well. I'm gonna have something like this, and we just have to take this to a dashboard environment. Quickly, we just have to drop this right here, and we have it. Oh, that is beautiful. Let's see what we can do to have it this formatted nicely. Okay, follow me to change it to this particular height and weight whatsoever. So it's gonna be by 2.69. So we have something like this. So here we go. It's some kind of little, but don't worry, be happy, because we're gonna have something very good. I'm gonna double click on it. I'm gonna have this say no fill, no line as well. We take it up, and I'm gonna have to move it to the top level a little bit, but before that I want to click on it again. No grid line. I love it. Okay, right now quickly we have something like this. We just have to go and move it a little bit to the top level. Something like this would be cool. Now I'm gonna have Ctrl B, and once I've done that, I'm gonna click on this one. I think I can go ahead and double click on it to have this up again. So once I've done that, I'm gonna click on this right now. I'm gonna come right here. I just want to make sure I get it. Something like this would be cool for me. I want to go right back on this particular aspect, right? Just have to scroll all the way down, and quickly I just have to change this one to this particular color. There we have it rightly. So I have to go ahead, and on the full screen we have something like this. And now if I click on this one right now, we can quickly go ahead and actually activate our data label right for it and all that. So we just have to make sure we go all the way down a little bit, all that, so we can actually make it bold to actually appear so well and all of that. So something like this will be cool. So you might think of like you want to have the percentage right on it, or you want to have the main value right to get the count of how many day or whatsoever. So we can see it's very, very much readable, and I love it, all that. Okay everyone, I have just populated what we have right here, this information we have right here on our dashboard. But there is one thing you have to remember to do, because I said to you this is actually in millions, but it's not actually showing in millions, but that is what the data set actually tells us. Like if we go back to the data dictionary right now, it says our YouTube view, and this right now we have it right here. I think we just have to like, okay, now I have my television view right here. You can see what we have: millions of television viewers for the correspondence or Super Bowl, according to sports, MediaWatch.com. So we have it in millions with what we have right here. So if you don't look at the data dictionary, you're going to present a wrong figure for the company, and that is going to be some kind of weird, of course. So you don't have to do that. So all you have to do is just to go according to the, what you have on the data dictionary. So I'm going to actually have to double click on this right now. Have it highlighted. I'm gonna have to type in my M, so we just have to make it a little bit smaller. So now I have to bring this right to this particular aspect right here to show that I'm actually showing this in millions. I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna have it some kind of moved and centralized and all that. So once I've done that, I'm gonna actually have to copy this and have it for all this, and that is all we need to actually do to have something very, very unique presented whatsoever. So all this. Alright guys, I believe you'll find value on this particular video. So we are right on it, and beautiful, we have it. So we are almost right at the far end of this particular video. So I'm going to show you how to create every single thing we have right here, and you're going to look some kind of amazing. So all you need to do is just to make sure you replicate this on your own personal dashboard. You're going to look some kind of like awesome to your coworkers, your boss, your client, whatsoever. So keep creating and keep doing the right thing to have a very nice dashboard created. So follow every single thing I have done right here, and you would be great. Okay, see you in the next video.